Right, so TikTok. I'm sure most of you have heard of it and have some kind of idea what it is. But the question is, can it be leveraged for business gain? And more to the point, can we use it in a wedding business? Can it be used for us as wedding filmmakers to grow your audience, your brand, and ultimately lead to more wedding bookings? Hey guys, hope you're all safe and well. So TikTok, I decided to give this a go a few weeks ago, and I had about 2 or 3 weeks of playing with it, and I wanted to give you my findings. So record my screen. It's been a few weeks since I made the account. Bearing in mind, I started it and I posted pretty much once or twice a day for 2 or 3 weeks, and it's kind of fizzled out now. I've not been on it as much, but I'm at 1,110 followers, and I've got 24.6k likes at the time of making this video. So in about a month, I've done over 1,000 followers and 25,000 likes, and some of my videos have had there's one here that's had over 400,000 views, another one that's 77,000 views. So it's been some pretty good engagement. If this was on Instagram, this would be like huge growth. This would be brilliant. So I'm no expert at using this at all. There's loads of features that I still need to get to grips with. But in terms of from a wedding videographer's point of view, and having an account based around my wedding videography, what seems to be working well is things like brides coming down the aisle. Strong emotional moments like brides coming down the aisle, the groom crying and reacting as he sees the bride for the first time, father of the bride seeing the bride for the first time, the first kiss, confetti shots, things like powerful moments from the wedding day. So we've got a bride walking down the aisle here, and the one that's done the best, that's had over 400,000 views, is a groom waiting for his bride and looking all nervous. Brides and grooms crying, emotional stuff like that seems to do really well. They seem to be the videos that grabs people the most. And you can see from my post that I've mainly sort of focused on that. I tried a few at first, and then once I saw that this one did really well, I started to focus on those emotional moments. So I've got the groom waiting for, I've got a cute little page boy coming down the aisle here. Gave that a try. I've got a snippet from a first dance here. The groom crying as it's the first time he's seen the bride. Another groom crying here. So I've really kind of tried to capitalize on that bridal entrance, groom's reaction kind of thing, because that seems to be what people are reacting to the most. Now I've just been posting my actual clips from my actual wedding films. What I've found, the ones that work the best are the ones that I've been able to post in a full screen resolution. So it fills the phone screen. So I've done it as the opposite of 16:9 aspect ratio. So I've done it 9:16 aspect ratio, which fills an iPhone. So the one that's done really well, obviously, fills the screen, and that they seem to be engaged better than the ones that are 16:9 that are kind of horizontal, because you've got that black at the top and bottom. So they don't seem to perform as well. So if you're going to post, try and upload clips that you can use a 9:16 aspect ratio. Now all I've done is cropped my original film clip, and rather than having the full frame, I've cropped in so that it fills the screen, and you just end up with a little. So you've got to figure out your framing. But if you can upload them as 9:16 aspect ratio, they seem to perform the best. Now, as I say, in terms of engagement, I've had couple of videos that really popped off. This first one that I posted, for over 400,000 views now, 20,000 likes, 84 comments. I'm just capturing this. I think the hashtags is what's done it for me. I've got hashtag wedding entrance, hashtag fairy tale, hashtag wedding, hashtag emotional, hashtag I'm crying. So I think it was like a Saturday morning when I posted this, so just a combination of the time of day and the hashtags that I used, and obviously the content and the thumbnail, and all the stars aligned, and it just seemed to pop off. And then because that one did really well, my others started to perform as well. So my other videos had like, this one has nearly had 40,000 views. Initially that had about 100, but when I later uploaded the one that really popped off, this one, people then started coming onto my profile and going back to the older videos, and the older videos were then boosted because of that. So it only takes one of these videos to really pop for all the others to start performing well as well. And that's obviously where the brunt of my followers and my likes have all come from that one video. I've got another one here where the groom was crying. This groom so emotional scenes bride, hashtag emotional, hashtag groom reaction, hashtag groom cries, things like that. This did really well as well. That popped off to some extent, 77,000 views. But those were the two videos that have done the best, and because of those two, it's led to all the other likes and all the other views on the other videos. And this is what seems to be still happening at the minute now with TikTok. This won't happen in the future, but because it's still a new platform, it's still a new social media app, they're really pushing content. And you start a new account and you post your first video, and the algorithm is really pushing new content just to try and hook you into the app. Because if your first video gets loads of views, you're going to think, oh wow, this is working really well, and you're going to stay in the platform. So they're really pushing engagement and pushing new content to the discover tab, so when you can scroll through and find new people. So when you first make your account, if you post loads of content early doors, there's a good chance that one of them, and it only takes that one video to really pop off, and then you get going. But it's by posting regularly and consistently. Like I say, I was posting at least once a day, and it's posting regularly and consistently that will lead you to eventually, if you keep doing that, eventually you will have that one video that really does well. And once you get that, it'll help all your others, and you're away. The other points that I would say, I've tend to find that when I put text over the video, so I've put here, groom waits for his beautiful bride, a couple of emojis, that text helps. Because when people look at the thumbnail, they can kind of see that text, and the thumbnail as well is really important. Making sure, on this thumbnail, I've made sure that you can see that the bride is coming down the aisle and the groom's kind of just about to look up and see her. So your thumbnail is important as well. I've got a thumbnail up here of a groom just about to cry. So, in the hopes that would be your thumbnail needs to be eye-catching, that's a given. So I've had a fair bit of success, a fair bit of early engagement, and like I say, in the space of 2 or 3 weeks, I got 1,000 followers. It's all well and good, but is it actually useful views? Is it useful engagement, or is it just teenage girls? And what a lot of what people are saying about TikTok is it's just teenagers and kids, and that it's not like, for a wedding videographer, it's not actual brides or potential clients that are seeing this content. It's just people that aren't my target audience. So what's the point? That kind of attitude. But like any other social media platform, like Instagram, when that started, I remember when Instagram started up and everyone said that was for kids, and going back to Facebook, and people that said like, Facebook's stupid, I'm never going to get Facebook, and now everyone's like, these things have a way of aging up, and eventually TikTok seems, at the minute, it seems to have the legs to age up, and more, especially with lockdown and everything that's happened, that's helped with TikTok, because more people have got the time to get into it, and it's still growing exponentially. And I think that TikTok will age up and more people will get on it. So yeah, like I say, it does seem to be a lot of casual viewers, a lot of kids viewing it at the minute. It's not really my target audience. It's not really a surefire way for me to connect with potential clients, potential brides. So I did become a little bit jaded with it, and I've had a couple of weeks away from it. But having said that, I have got started. I've made a start, and I've got a good base there. And I think, if I came to this platform in a year's time and everyone's already on it, if I'd have waited around like at the start of Instagram versus 5 years into Instagram, if you don't get on these platforms and give them a try from the start, by the time you do get into them, when everyone's done it and you join the bandwagon when everyone else does, then it's not too late. But you kind of, imagine if I'd have started last year, I'd have been I'd have had loads of followers by now. You don't want to come to it in a year's time when everyone else is jumping on the bandwagon and regret not signing up to it that year ago when you thought about initially doing it. You'll regret it. So, you know, why not give it a go? For me, it's not necessarily led to any direct wedding inquiries or any engagement per se, specifically from brides and grooms, but it has led to new Instagram followers, because my Instagram's linked, so it's led to new views on my Instagram and new followers. Again, I can't really say how relevant those followers are, but it's led to new followers, and it has led me to connecting to other wedding videographers and other wedding vendors, because there's plenty of other vendors out there who are trying the same thing. So we're following each other and supporting each other on TikTok. So it's helped me reach out to other wedding filmmakers from across the world, which that's no bad thing. And also another point is, whatever you think about TikTok, when you're posting these little videos, they can be easily repurposed for Instagram. So anything I've posted on here, I can turn into an Instagram post really easily. So it actually is encouraging me to create more content, not just for TikTok, but also for Instagram, because I can just use it across the platforms and repurpose it. So it's just bonus content. So I guess in summary, while sometimes I think like, oh, it's not my audience, I'm wasting my time, it certainly doesn't do any harm. And you might just, if you don't jump on it now, in a year's time, you just don't know, you might just regret it. So yeah, I would say if you're not already on it, give it a go. And if you do, follow me at Adam Wing Films. If you've got any questions about TikTok or about this video, leave them in the comments below. If you're already on TikTok, let me know your handles and your experiences and your thoughts with it. I'd love to know about those, and I'll give you a follow as well. I'm going to keep experimenting with this, and hopefully I'll be able to post more of my findings and thoughts in future videos as well. So I really hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.